The next generation in personal assistants and device interactions will be language-based. But machines need to understand in order to interact naturally. Let's compare the state-of-the-art command-based systems with the new, better Thinking Solutions language algorithm. We will look at examples from Siri to see the difference, but in fairness, any processing system today could have been used. When we speak, we often correct ourselves mid-sentence. Existing systems seem to have no way to deal with that because it seems current devices are based on written documents, not real speech. We think that real speech with its flexibility, references and backtracking needs to be understood, not a limited set of commands, even if there's a million of them. Call Beth. No, John.
Calling Beth Carey, mobile.
I said not to call Beth, but John.
Calling Beth Carey.
So you can see there that Siri simply looks for the words call and a name, and that's what you get.
Call Beth, no John.
Calling John Ball.
Okay, now let's just repeat that, but without the error.
Call John.
I know.
So there you can see there's no point in the dialing system calling John when it's already calling John.
Call Beth.
Stopping call. Now calling Beth Carey.
There's a huge difference between don't hit the brakes and hit the brakes. Today's systems don't seem to notice. They need to. Don't tell me about the Packers game.
The Packers were defeated in extra time by the Seahawks.
Okay, and again, let's do the comparison.
Don't tell me about the Packers game.
I won't. The Packers game is my secret.
And let's just ask that same question again to see how the system handles it.
Don't tell me about the Packers game.
I know.
Just as well, it's not going to repeat itself. And what about this?
Tell me about the Packers game.
Sorry, but you've said the opposite.
Here we saw Siri doing the complete opposite of what we asked. The solution needs to operate conversationally using real speech, not commands. In other words, exactly how our algorithm works. Siri, play ABBA.
Playing ABBA, shuffled. People need hope.
Play Bachelor Girl.
Playing Bachelor Girl, shuffled.
Hey Mom, why didn't you take...
Siri, play ABBA and Bachelor Girl.
Looking for ABBA and Bachelor Girl. Sorry, I couldn't find ABBA and Bachelor Girl in your music.
Okay, now let's just compare those same examples with the Thinking Solutions conversation engine.
Play ABBA and Bachelor Girl.
Starting ABBA now and then we'll play Bachelor Girl.
So you can see that's what you would expect to happen. Today, a personal assistant is happy to store data in one app and completely ignore it for another. Take a note. No meetings today.
Got it.
Siri, book a meeting for 3 p.m. today.
You don't have anything on your calendar for today at 3 p.m. Shall I create it?
Don't book any meetings today.
Okay, noted.
Book me a meeting in an hour with my brother.
Sorry, but you said not to.
Okay, now let's look at the interface of the future in which we control our device by voice alone. Okay, let's just run through a couple of examples.
Edit my second latest document at the second page.
Okay, here it is as requested.
So we've got here file name conversation as the final frontier okay, and we're now on page 2, which is what we requested. So let's just close that and look at a different file.
Make my Monday's document open on the last page.
You can see
Sure. Request initiated.
as you can see, it's now opened it to page 6 of 6.
Open the Thinking Solutions Patent Summary presentation.
Sure, here it is.
You can see it's opened it. We're now, in this case, in PowerPoint, and we can go through and manipulate that file as per normal. In language, we need not spell everything out. You know what I mean? Today's devices clearly don't know what I mean. Okay, let's just run through now a conversation. This is again something which Siri wasn't designed to do, but where we see the future of intelligent machine interaction going.
Jackson helped the invaders, but Meager did not.
That's an example of where the full language isn't being entered. So what that means is that Megan did not help the invaders, and we'll establish that as we ask
Susan
more questions.
helped the police in the city yesterday because she wasn't angry.
So you know at this point we can start to ask questions.
Who helped?
Jackson and Susan.
You'll notice that Megan didn't help.
Who didn't help?
It was Megan.
It was Megan that didn't help.
Who helped the police?
It was Susan.
Who helped the invaders?
It was Jackson.
Who was helpful?
Jackson and Susan.
Who was unhelpful?
It was Megan.
Of course, the strengths of our language algorithm is the fact that it's language independent. So here what we will do is enter this French
Les
text.
chiens mordent les poissons.
Now we can ask questions in English.
Who bites? It was the dogs.
That makes sense because the French statement was the dogs bite the fish. What time is it?
It's 10:57 p.m. Good evening, John.
Quelle heure est-il?
Let me check that. Here's what I found on the web for calorie teal.
Quelle heure est-il?
Il est 10h55 p.m. Bonne soirée, John.
Okay, now let's just compare the time request with the Thinking Solutions
time is
conversation system.
The time is 12:55 p.m.
Now the French version.
Quelle heure est-il?
The time is 12:55 p.m.
Back translation simply shows a source language being converted to a target language and back again. It's a measure of accuracy.
The fish is off. Der Fisch ist verdorben. The party is off. Die Party ist abgesagt. The light is off. Das Licht ist aus.
And now we can repeat it in reverse.
Der Fisch ist verdorben. Die Party ist abgesagt.
The party is cancelled.
And you can see there it's cancelled rather than the particular word off, but they're synonyms.
Das Licht ist aus.
The light is off.
So you can see, because we're translating to meaning, when we translate back between languages, we're always getting the same meaning. So we're getting consistency. Let's do a very quick comparison now. Let's look at Bing Translate. The fish is off, the party is off, the light is off. We get the translation here into German, as you can see. Now, that word party means political party, which certainly isn't what I had in my head. And that's just an example of where context is required. Let's just do this swap now. We'll now translate from German back to English. And you can see the fish is gone, the party is disabled, the lights went out. It's a very different translation to the step-by-step translations that we've previously seen with Thinking Solutions software.
Siri not available. Connect to the internet.
Oh, come on, you can't be serious. At Thinking Solutions, we see our voice controlling all future devices. Whether you're communicating with a foreign friend using the language translation feature, or working in a country without internet access. For this reason, we have developed our technology to operate offline on the device itself. All examples seen today are run solely on the device shown. Devices should serve us, not tell us how or where to work with them. We're the boss. With multilingual capability at its core, the new, better Thinking Solutions language algorithm overcomes the obstacles that have impeded progress on language comprehension and machine translation alike, and promises to start the development of context-based conversational devices in any language.